Sorry.
Behind the closet.
Telling me to stop interrupting. He's telling me to stop interrupting. Okay, you might not just put inaudible on that bit then.
Yep.
Hello?
Cancel that.
How is it? Is it okay? Okay. Yeah, the problem was I couldn't get the iPhone to go to camera quick enough, so I just pulled the other one out. Okay, I'm getting used to the iPhone, but when I was kind of in a flap because I just kind of...
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he just walked by and I forgot he was a lord. Yeah. Alright, speak to you later. Ciao, bye.
Right, here I am in sunny Westminster with Stop Brexit Steve. You might not have seen Steve before, but you've certainly heard him. I think he's been heard in every major channel, both domestically and internationally. And we're just here to actually ask Steve what his opinion is of how Brexit is going to pan out now. What I obviously know that Steve wants to stop Brexit, which he's made quite vocal. But what do you, Steve, you obviously know about what's happening here from a political point of view. What's your thoughts about Theresa May's deal? Do you think it's got the numbers to go forward?
No.
Now, right, go and tell.
Well, Theresa May, she's kicked the can down the road. This is the third time she's kicked down the road. She's still not going to get that deal through. So, I'd rather revoke Article 50 and have done with it. But I think what's going to happen now is once there's an extension, that's the beginning of the end of Brexit.
And what do you think will happen after that next Steve? How do you think that will end then? What's your thoughts on how that's going to be ended?
Well, I think we're going to remain in the European Union. It may come back for a people's vote. Like I said, I'd rather just they revoked Article 50. That's Parliament are here. We're parliamentary sovereignty, and I honestly now believe the referendum was a question that never should have been asked.
What would happen if it went back for a second people's vote, Steve, and it came back again with a majority of What would happen? What would happen under that? It's very blowy here, guys, in Westminster.
Right. It's not going to come back for leave for the simple reason the first referendum was flawed. We had Russian involvement, we had Cambridge Analytica, we had overspending by Arron Banks, and a lot of people in deprived areas that voted to leave were given false hope. They were promised things that could never be delivered.
Such as?
Well, 350 million for the NHS, more money for their areas. Westminster saying we will replace the EU funding for all the areas that get EU funding. Look what happened to Cornwall. They were meant to get 180 million from the EU. They ended up with 18 million from Westminster. So it's all these kinds of things. And then we're going to have food import, problems with the food being imported, stopped at the ports, queues at the ports.
What do you think?
Tariffs.
Well, this is what I was going to ask you. That's a very good lead into what my question was going to be, Steve. What the ERG and the right of the people are wanting a WTO or a zero tariff Brexit would argue against the fact that it's going to increase tariffs. If it was a zero tariff, if we were internationally giving out zero tariff deals, what's your thoughts on that, Steve?
There is no way we're going to be doing zero tariffs.
Right.
No way at all.
Why is that so, Steve?
Look, if we want to trade with the European Union at all, you can't have a zero tariff. And then what are we going to export?
Well, we're already importing more than we're exporting to the EU.
Exactly, but we're not a manufacturing nation. We're services, 80% services. And we don't need trade deals for services. That's our biggest part of our economy, and we don't need trade deals for them.
because the service industry, you wouldn't be able to export services?
Well, no, I mean, we got the banking sector, we got the passporting rights, which generates almost enough tax in itself to fund the NHS for a year.
Right.
Can you imagine if we lost that? Now, the other thing we got is EU and British citizens. So you got British citizens living abroad who, what are they going to do for their healthcare? I mean, many people retire, they go to Spain or whatever. Obviously, people work there too, but imagine the amount of people having to come back because they can't get the healthcare. What's that going to do to our NHS? I mean, freedom of movement. Who cheers for losing their freedom of movement? You know, you get these people that are very legal, yeah, you know, cheering because they've lost their freedom of movement.
But I mean, not to be too pedantic, I was still able to move through the EU countries with a visa as well, so it's not really...
Yeah, hold on, but then you're going to have to apply for the visas, pay for the visas. How many countries are you going to travel through? Do you need to pay and get a visa for each country? Yes, you will. So it's all the knock-on, it's the butterfly effects of everything being knocked into everything else.
So let me put this sort of scenario. Let me put this scenario to you. So if we had a WTO Brexit and we were actually out, why wouldn't we just cut taxes and follow a Singapore or a Hong Kong model where they opened up their trading routes and then became some of the richest per capita countries in the world because they don't have massive natural resources because they're quite landlocked, especially in like Hong Kong, and they actually through one single port.
I haven't studied Hong Kong or Singapore, okay? So I'm not going to discuss that. I'm here to talk about the things I know about.
Okay.
And we already have the best deal, and that is blatantly clear. Almost 200,000 jobs already, and it is Brexit related. Honda are always going to say we're not closing the first plant we've ever closed in our history at 71 years because of Brexit.
But was that not because of the sort of, let me ask you, was that not because of legislation that's going to be brought in for diesel cars as well, and also the EU done a zero tariff deal with Japan?
They're not shutting them in Japan, are they? Anyway, I've got to do
listen,
the news
Steve.
team.
Steve, listen, thank you very much. You've done a great job, mate. Thank you.
Right,
Thanks,
you.
buddy.